Somewhere between the edge of being alive and feeling dead.
Welcome back to the channel. Sometimes we talk about hiking, but sometimes we talk about Teslas. Today, this is my son Jacob. He was asking about getting a replacement used vehicle. This is Jacob when he was young. He was a hardworking young man on the farm and did hike with me, so therefore I thought, sure, Jacob, I can help you. So, you know, this is footage of my Tesla from a few weeks ago. Yeah, that's what happened. Lovely. But anyway, his car also got written off through the insurance company, so he's looking for a used vehicle. So this is interesting because, yeah, there's footage of my car, pending video coming in the future. Anyway, so Jacob's like, hey, let's take a look and see what's out there, you know, because I have lots of experience. I don't want to be like a toad and walk around everywhere because I'm an independent man. So here we are taking a look at prices, and he said, hey, that EV looks great. You know, I know it's more, but let's do that. So you can see there for my other son, who also had to get a replacement vehicle. He went for a gas and ICE vehicle. Jacob decided to go EV. And that's what this episode's about, getting a used EV. So he placed his order online, put his deposit, got his notification from Tesla with the reservation number, with the VIN assigned, and then the problems began. So you can see here, texting back and forth. You know, he placed the order, didn't hear anything from Tesla for, I think it was 2 to 3 weeks. He tried calling, couldn't get a human being. This was not my experience from 4 years ago when I bought my Tesla. I tried calling with my account as an existing owner, finally got through to someone. They said they would get someone to contact him right away. He never got a contact for another week. Finally, I called back again on my account, and finally he got a notification, he got an email or something, and here's the famous email that you're expecting to see. And there we are in the airport getting ready to get to Vancouver to pick up this used vehicle. We were going to drive down, but there was a seat sale with WestJet. Their ultra basic package was like under $200 a person. So here we are flying overhead, and of course I just can't help myself. The mountains are there, so I'm capturing lots of pictures along the way. Beautiful, beautiful mountains in British Columbia. And as we start approaching, you know, we're starting to think what we're going to do. And okay, so we get to the airport. The plan would be, let's catch an Uber. We had a hotel to stay in overnight because the appointments for the next day. We live a good 8 hours drive from Vancouver, so this was not a small effort to do this. And I have videos talking about getting service when you live far away from service center. Well, picking up a new vehicle or a used vehicle from far away, and that can be a hassle too. We were purchasing this used vehicle from Tesla. So here we are in the airport as we landed. Tesla, when they offer used vehicles, we got an extra 1 year warranty on top of the regular warranties that were there, so that was cool. Here we are in the hotel as we caught our Uber there and ready to go for the next day. Sketchy van on the side of the road, so we walked to the delivery center the next day. But finally we came there. Here's that beauty car. Long range all-wheel drive. Half the price. Yes, half the price that I paid 4 years ago. That's what the used market was going to offer. And this was from Tesla. This wasn't even a private sale. So I was pretty impressed the deal he was getting for a long range all-wheel drive. And anyway, here we go. So picked it up at the delivery center. By the way, this red vehicle is one of the new red colors from the new Model 3 that was usually only available in Europe. And I think Quicksilver is on its way as well. So I just took a picture of that. But anyway, moving along, here we are. Jacob's in his new Model 3, and we're just about to head out to drive home for that 8-hour drive. Jacob did do some tests in my vehicle, so he knew what he was doing. So here we are driving down Highway 1 out of Vancouver towards Prince George, looking at that beautiful, I think, Mount Baker. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And first supercharge at Chilliwack. So here he is. All right, Jacob has to charge his new Tesla. So Jacob, come over here. Grab the charge port. click the button on it, close to there. That's it. Charging. You see the little LED. Blue, blue, blue. You can see in the car too, green. Up to the side.
There's the estimate time.
163 kilowatts
25
and
minutes.
going up.
Okay.
And he jumps out of the vehicle, does the supercharge, and quite an easy task to get that done. He was pretty impressed with how easy that was. So went into the mall, got some food, bought a USB stick because this used vehicle did not come with a portable charger, did not come with the USB stick. I think that's how it is. I don't know if the new ones don't come with USB stick, but anyway, we've got no USB stick either. But that's fine. So we got all that set up and charging. He went up to 250 kilowatts. Fantastic first charge in Chilliwack. He's loving it. Well, then the problems came. Here we are driving home, and when we got to Hope, the next charger, it came up with this message saying paid charging unavailable. And for the next half an hour, we could not charge everything we tried to do. We looked online, blah, blah, blah. Luckily, we had enough charge that we were able to continue up to Cache Creek, which is another 2 hours north, up the Fraser Canyon. And once we got there, we figured it all out. He had to remove his credit card, re-add it. But there was nothing wrong with the credit card because his deposit was taken on that credit card. We were supercharging in Chilliwack successfully on that credit card. And yes, it charged to his card. We checked. And for whatever reason, by removing and re-adding the same card details, everything was fixed within a half an hour. Anyway, here we are driving up the Fraser Canyon, 40 degrees Celsius, a super hot day, and got finally into Prince George, and I showed him how to do a level 2 charge, and all was good from that point. So very interesting. A few key notes here when you're buying used. First of all, there was no provincial sales tax charged here in British Columbia when you are purchasing an electric vehicle. So that was pretty cool. I think they charged him like $29,000 or $30,000, but with taxes it came out to about $3,500, like 34 something. So that was probably admin fee or whatever. I don't know what they charge for used. There were a few fees there, but all in all, great deal. We were able to drive home, and happy as a lark now, able to charge at his apartment. Yes, he has an apartment, so he does not have a dedicated garage. So we'll talk about that as how it goes for winter time. Right now, level 1 charging is satisfying his needs, just using the heater block. But anyway, nothing to do with the used vehicle there. This video is talking about used. So the experience was choppy, to say the least. So at first, it was easy to place the order online on Tesla's website, but then no communication to get it moving. I had to call twice on his behalf. He tried to call as like a person new to dealing with Tesla. He could not get a human being no matter what buttons he pushed in the voicemail. So I had to kind of push that through, finally got it through, and then suddenly you have to pick it up in 3 days. Like there was no adjusting, plus or minus 1 or 2 days, but they were not really flexible. And so suddenly he's kind of put on the spot. And when you're 800 kilometers away, that's pretty tough to deal with. Anyways, we worked through all that, picked up the vehicle, but then that was annoying that he couldn't supercharge on the way home. And apparently that's a problem that dates back to 2022. People in our local Tesla user group here, they've talked about the same problem. So I didn't know about that before, but now that's a thing. So that was a negative experience. I'm hoping from here things go better. But yeah, the used process, all in all, it did go smooth. The people at the service center were great. We showed up an hour and a half early before our delivery time of 1:30. We showed up at noon. They processed us right away. We were out of there before 1 o'clock. So that was fabulous because we had an 8-hour drive home. And so that really helped us out. Anyways, all in all, I think the experience was overall good, but definitely some areas of improvement. But that price range, all the other vehicles, they were all standard range Teslas that were around, 25 to 30,000. We got a long range all-wheel drive. So there's deals out there now. There's a lot more vehicles in the market. You can look hard, and right now it's a buyer's market. There's quite a bit of inventory out there. You don't have to buy a Tesla. It's just what my son wanted because he loves technology, and he felt that was the best option. So do I. But there's a lot of great deals out there. Ioniqs and Nissan Leafs and GM I forget what it's called, but really good value EV that they're selling there. So the used market is there. There are many options. There's deals to be had. And anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video.